I have no idea what's going on with my hair, but I think it's safe to say it's pretty much always going to be a disaster. Anyway, today I'm talking about the story of how I became an entrepreneur. That's right, we all have an origin story, and it's time for mine. So, I actually had a totally different plan. I actually grew up from 1995. I went and saw Toy Story in theaters with my parents. And I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. This is what I'm gonna do for the rest of my life. And I literally kept that dream. I had plans of being an animator for Disney or Pixar for 12 years. I got top grades in school. My dad always told me, if you get really good grades in school and you work really hard, you'll be able to get any job that you want. And so that's what I did. I went to school and I kicked ass. I got really good grades, not perfect, but pretty good. I graduated the top of my class in high school, and I went on to the Art Institute of Colorado, where I got my Bachelor's of Arts in Multimedia Art and Animation. And I learned how to do things like use Photoshop, video editing software, 3D animation, did a lot of drawing, did some study abroad in Rome, drawing some naked statues, and I graduated again, top of my class. I actually had the second best portfolio, which I will actually put the link in the description below so you can check it out, so you can see what I worked so hard on for 4 years. And I graduated from college in 2007. And I don't know if you know this, but this little thing called the recession happened shortly after I graduated. I couldn't find work. Not only I couldn't find work, but everyone my age around the country couldn't find work. It was really hard. It was really competitive. I had random jobs and contract work, but I could never get a paying gig. I got offered a lot of free. Hey, come work for us for free and get work experience. And as you as a business owner, you know, I can't pay my bills with experience. I would have done it if I could have, but I just couldn't. I couldn't work 40 to 60 hours a week on a free internship in California. I wouldn't have been able to live. I didn't know anybody in California. I don't have any family to stay with anywhere nearby. I mean, it would have been awful. Or New York or Florida. And I heard them all. So in 2009, I moved back in with my parents in Phoenix, Arizona. And I was so lost, guys. I was depressed lost. I had this little single bed, and me and my dog and my cat just lived there circa 2003, and it was awful. There's a reason that there's that saying, you can't go home again, because you can't. It's hard. I was grown up. I was independent, taking care of myself, doing my own thing for 6 years. Having to go back home was not only super hard on my soul, but just super hard on my family. And so I was just really, really down. I was fortunate enough to make some really good friends in that time, but I still needed to work. And so my mom actually did some research for me, because that's what she does. That's what moms do. They help. She found me this website called networkingphoenix.com. And at the time, it was really small. Only had a couple thousand members. And I started going to stuff and meeting people, hoping to get contract artwork. And I was charging nothing an hour for things really low amounts, minimum wage amount of time, because I was I just need money. I need to pay bills. You know, even though I was with my parents, I still had student loans and car payments to make. It was hard, but I learned a lot. I bootstrapped it. I learned how to network. I figured out how to talk to people and how to work a room, and when to hand out my business card, when not to, finding the right people that would help me, and making some of the best friendships I've ever had in my life. And one day, I was meeting with this guy. His name was Kevin. And he was like, Desiree, what is this Facebook thing? And I was like, huh? You know what Facebook is? I've been on Facebook since college, because that's what you did in college. You got on Facebook and you posted pictures of you having a good time partying and drinking. I didn't do that, but that's what most people did. Anyway, so he's like, I joined this Facebook thing, and I just don't know what to do with it. And I was like, oh, well, this is what you do. And I walked him through it, and I showed him how he can connect with people and share stories and talk about things. And he's like, this is great. you should do this as a business. I was like, no one's gonna pay me to be on Facebook. That's ridiculous, right? No, actually it wasn't. You know why? Because that's what I ended up doing. I went home, Googled my butt off, and I got me started with my own business doing social media. And I started off doing things like the little cover pictures on the side that were long, and I would post for people, and I would make Facebook landing pages. Like, I did all of it, and I loved it. I loved being in control of what I was doing. I loved networking. I loved growing something that was my own and making money doing it. I eventually, obviously, I was able to move out of my parents' house and in with my boyfriend, who's now my husband, and start my own business, and here I am. So that was in 2010 when I started my business, and I have worked with hundreds of small businesses since then, coaching, consulting, managing for them. I've had different job opportunities because of it, so many things. And it's been awesome. I never would have thought I would have been an entrepreneur. I never thought that I would work for myself. I thought I'd be like working for the creative man. I really, really wanted to work for Disney. Seriously, Disney, you should still call me. I would totally still go. But yeah, it's given me this life I never thought I could have. I have flexibility, I have control, and most importantly, I get to decide what I do every day, and I get to help people. I get to help business owners grow, and I get to help put military spouses to work. Two things I'm like really passionate about and that are really important to me. So for all of you entrepreneurs and small business people out there, it's hard. I know it, and I have been there. Like, we are one with that. But you can do it. If I can get myself out of my parents' bedroom with a useless college degree and grow a business that helps hundreds of people and puts people to work, and hopefully, I hope, inspires people to do something and tell their story, you can too. So that's my story. That's how I became an entrepreneur. Make sure to hit like if you like my story, and of course, if you could, please subscribe just so that you never miss another episode and you can follow along with my journey and, of course, learn things to help your business grow through social media. Until next time, see you soon.